Good afternoon, everyone. It's a little after 3:30. It's Thursday, the 9th of September, 2025. Mark and I have been reading through the book of Genesis. Today we're going to read through the 8th chapter of Genesis. And God remembered Noah and everything, living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the water was assuaged. The fountains also of the deep and of the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month on the 17th day of the month upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month, and the 10th month on the first day of the month were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made, and he sent forth a raven which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. And he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, so she returned unto him in the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand, took her, and pulled her in unto him in the ark. He stayed yet another 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came in him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And in the 2nd month, on the 7th and 12th day of the month, was the earth dried. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing as with thee, all of the flesh, both the fowl and of the cattle, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and to be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth on the earth after their kinds went forth out of the ark. And Noah built an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Well, that must have been quite a interesting event the day that they left the ark and started a new life on the earth where all of the flesh and beast had been destroyed by water. I'll turn this over to Mark and have him read this for you. And it's going to be a new day whenever the earth is destroyed by fire, and there's going to be a new Jerusalem coming down out of heaven. That's going to be a glorious day as well.
Genesis chapter 8. God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. God made a wind to pass over the earth, the waters assuaged. The fountains also the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. The waters returned from off the earth continually. After the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. The ark rested in the 7th month on the 17th day of the month upon the mountains of Ararat. The waters decreased continually until the 10th month, and the 10th month, first day of the month, the tops of the mountains seen. came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he sent forth a raven which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove for him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him to the ark. The waters were on the face of the whole earth, and he put forth his hand. He took her and pulled her in unto him into the ark, and he stayed the other 7 days. And again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. The dove came into him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. And he stayed the other 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth. Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. Second month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth dried. God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth the ark, thou and thy wife, thy sons and thy sons' wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee, of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle, and every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth, they may breed abundantly in the earth, to be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kind, went forth out of the ark. Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took every clean beast, every clean fowl, and burnt offerings on the altar, and the Lord smelled the sweet savor. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. There will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done, while the earth remaineth. Seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease.
Thank you, Mark. Well, I hope you all have a good day today. And it's always good to read through the Bible. It gives you, every time you read it, you see something maybe a little different than you've seen before. Hope you have a good evening today. By the way, the record is that Moses was the author of the first 5 books, the Pentateuch: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.